Okay, I want to read off each of the zodiac signs, and you tell me what is their superpower they can lean into for 2026.
Okay.
Okay, what about Aries?
Discipline.
Taurus?
Tauruses are really good at creating ease for themselves. So leaning into that, leaning into, because there's a lot of hard work for Tauruses to do. So leaning into the ease,
What about Gemini?
the curiosity, and open mindedness. Yeah, because that Uranus coming in is going to challenge Gemini's and everything that they thought, or might have, done before. It's like, nope, it's time to pivot. So yeah, the curiosity and open mindedness.
Cancer?
It's twofold. So we need that mama bear protective energy of Cancer, the Cancer that's willing to fight for those and what that they love. And we also want the tenderheartedness, like that nurturing energy, because we already have enough toughness in the world, and we need some softness now.
Leo?
Generosity. Yeah, Leos can be very generous. So I would say lean into that generous nature.
Virgo?
Being judicious, picky. This is a time for Virgos to be picky and selective about what they're giving their time and energy to, because they're finding that they don't, like, their bandwidth is not, the bandwidth isn't there. So yeah, leaning into that.
Okay, what about Libra?
Fairness, their need for wanting things fair, because it's a twofold thing. So one is like being able to advocate for themselves and exercising their boundaries, but also I think Libras are also really good at helping other people, and people need help right now.
Scorpio?
Their ability to spot the BS for Scorpios are very perceptive, so they're using your powers of perception are going to be very, very helpful for you over this next year, especially, like I said, living in a world where people are trying to tell us that we don't see what we see, that, everything's fine. Scorpios are really good at like getting to the heart of something and like pulling back the curtain. I'm a big believer sometimes like of like moving in silence. When you got to move in silence, especially for Black women, like with a lot of attention, and unwarranted attention being on us, unwanted spotlight, being able to move and navigate in silence, not letting people know what you're up to all the time. I think that's going to be helpful.
Sagittarius?
Lean into your optimistic nature. Yeah. A lot of people, Sagittarius included, our faith, our hope has been tested, and we need some of that optimism, some of that, how to find the silver lining kind of thinking. So, lean into that, and the being able to think big picture, and inspiring other people to do the same.
Capricorn?
Capricorns are very strong people. They know how to endure. They know how to hold the line, even though things might be really heavy or difficult. The big things that Capricorns know how to do is they know how to survive. So lean into your strength.
What about Aquarius?
Lean into your ability, to connect with people, right? Like I said, this year is really about our ability to stay connected to each other, to build with each other, creating coalition and community, right? So Aquariuses are really good at that. It's funny. My partner is an Aquarius, and he's a lot more chattier than I am. He can make a friend anywhere, and I'm like, I guess. But that's a superpower that Aquariuses have. They can go anywhere and make a friend and strike up a conversation, and you never know who you might meet, right? So yeah, lean into that friendliness.
And then Pisces?
So two things comes up for me for Pisces. One is righteous anger, and the other one is the creativity. We need both. We need the righteous anger in terms of pushing back against injustice, helping out people who are vulnerable or less fortunate. And then the creativity, because Pisces, gives us an escape from some of the harsher realities of life. So that could be through music, it could be through art, it could be through poetry, romance, right? Anything that kind of speaks to our soul and sort of uplifts us. Pisces should lean into that too.